Some moments appear at the exact second they're needed. The perfect time. The perfect place.
Hurry!
Yet beyond explanation.
There's like no wind. I know, Blue, someone's there, huh?
Call it a chance if you want, but once you see these miracles, it's hard not to believe something else was at work.
Oh my god!
That's unreal. It's like it's carved out of light.
A shocking clip had recently gone viral, and people couldn't stop sharing it. A crowd had gathered outside a church, staring straight up as the sky filled with a massive cloud shaped a little too perfectly. It looked like an angel. Huge wings stretched outward, a clear humanoid form, even something that resembled a flowing robe. People stood there stunned, whispering, pointing, some even crying. Believers were convinced this wasn't some random cloud trick, but a direct sign from God. Maybe even an angel sent down as a blessing. Others felt uneasy. To them, it looked less comforting and more like a warning. A sign that the end times were closer than anyone wanted to admit.
Head, robe, everything.
It's like it's watching us. Like
Silent watcher. This man had been driving home one evening when he decided to record something unusual in the sky. Everything around was dark, almost gloomy, except for one stark white cloud. Its shape was impossible to ignore. It looked humanoid, with its head slightly bent down, as if it were watching everyone below. The man later became emotional while talking about it. He said he had been going through a really hard phase in life, and seeing that figure felt like reassurance. He believed it was God's way of telling him he was never alone, that someone had always been watching over him. For him, that moment didn't solve his problems, but it made them easier to carry. Like and subscribe for more real-life miracles. Midnight Savior. A guy riding his motorcycle late at night had one of the strangest experiences of his life. He was cruising down a quiet, almost deserted road when a white bird suddenly flew straight across his path. It hovered low, forcing him to slow down. That hesitation saved him. Just a few feet ahead, the road had collapsed into a massive hole. He stopped safely. The timing felt unreal. A white bird flying in the dead of night didn't feel random to many who saw the clip. People called it a miracle, believing God had sent an angel in disguise. The rider was left shaken, overwhelmed, and deeply grateful for a moment he knew could have ended very differently. Radiant Visitor.
I have not seen something like this.
Locals in Utah were left rattled in August 2025 when something strange appeared in their skies. A massive glowing light hovered above, slowly taking on the shape of a humanoid figure draped in what looked like a robe. It shone so brightly that people said it hurt to look at directly. Believers were instantly convinced this wasn't a cloud or reflection. To them, it was the angel of light itself, blessing the land with its presence. Some even claimed they felt overwhelmed with emotion, just standing there. Fear, awe, peace, all at once. Whatever it was, those who witnessed it swore it felt alive.
Wow, just gorgeous.
Black Watcher. This hospital clip quickly went viral for one haunting detail. A patient was casually recording his stay, unaware of what his camera captured. In the footage, a dark figure stood beside another patient's bed. It appeared completely black, draped head to toe in what looked like a robe, staring down at the person sleeping. The figure didn't move. It simply watched. Viewers were convinced this wasn't a shadow or glitch. Many believed it was the angel of death itself, waiting patiently for the right moment. The stillness of the figure made the clip even more unsettling, like time itself had paused. Rocking Return.
It rocks. but then it stops on its own when I come outside. Let's see if I could get it on camera.
This woman had been noticing strange things happening on her patio for a while, but one night she finally caught it on camera. A rocking chair began moving on its own, gently swaying as if someone invisible was sitting there. Even her dog reacted, barking and growling at the empty chair like it sensed something she couldn't see.
I know, Blue, someone's there, huh?
Instead of pure fear, many people felt there was a story behind it. They believed the spirit of the previous homeowner might be visiting, drawn back to a place that once felt like home. After all, some say departed souls always return to where they felt safest. Divine glimpse. An Indian resident was on his way to work early that morning when something in the sky made him stop. Dark, heavy clouds covered almost everything, but one shape stood out clearly. It looked like a giant humanoid figure sitting in a lotus position, calm and unmoving. He quickly recorded it, his hands slightly shaking. While skeptics later brushed it off as an illusion created by clouds, the man who filmed it felt differently. He was convinced he had witnessed a glimpse of God himself, quietly watching over the world. To him, it wasn't random or coincidental. It felt personal, powerful, and deeply spiritual. Something he believed he was meant to see. Guardian light.
おじさん、頭からなんか出てるよ。
This video showed something truly strange. A man was seen working in a field, but he didn't seem to be alone. A faint light appeared to rise from his body, glowing softly before streaking upward like smoke from a chimney. The footage was clear, leaving little room for doubt about what was seen. Some insisted it was just an illusion caused by sunlight or camera glare, yet others believed it was far more than that. They claimed the light was a guardian angel watching over the man, silently protecting him as he worked. What do you think it really was?
おじさん、頭からなんか出てるよ。
Night visitor. Sleep paralysis had long been linked to shadowy figures and suffocating nightmares, but proof had always been missing. Tim Morozov wanted answers. Curious and unsettled by his own experiences, he set up an infrared camera in his bedroom while he slept. What the footage later showed was disturbing. A dark figure slowly appeared near his bed and moved closer as Tim lay frozen, unable to move. The figure seemed to press down on his chest. The resemblance to classic sleep paralysis stories was terrifying. Viewers were split. Some believed it was all staged. Others were convinced he had captured something far darker, something ancient, watching from the shadows of sleep. Holy clash. A family recording themselves during a religious ritual had no idea what they were about to capture. They were praying in front of a Jesus statue on the cross when something unsettling happened in the background. A skeletal robed statue holding a scythe appeared to shift slightly. The movement was small, but unmistakable. People who later watched the clip were horrified. Many believe the holy energy surrounding the Christ statue was clashing with something dark tied to the skeletal figure. Viewers warned the family to remove the sinister statues immediately, claiming it was a sign they were inviting something dangerous into their home. Heavenly cloud.
I remind you all, right? Don't keep too much on meditation or what's going on up there.
On the 16th of September 2025, people in Mississippi noticed a strange, never-before-seen cloud formation that looked like a robed humanoid figure. Witnesses snapped photos and videos as the shape hovered above the horizon. Many people were convinced they were seeing Jesus and flooded socials with prayers. A handful of people took it as a final warning, saying it proved the end times were near, and began making urgent preparations. Skeptics pointed to pareidolia and odd lighting, but for those who saw it, the sight felt like a direct message, coincidence, or really a sign. Premonition saved. Some people believe children have an unexplainable gift, a kind of premonition that lets them sense danger before it strikes. One home CCTV seemed to capture exactly that. A woman was preparing to leave when her young grandson suddenly ran up, clinging to her and refusing to let her go. She laughed it off, holding him close as she carried him toward his mother. But then, in that very moment, lightning struck outside. So close, the flash and roar shook the house. Coincidence? Maybe, but many believe the boy sensed it coming and saved his grandmother's life. Some even call it a miracle. Loyal visitor.
Frenchie's back. Hey, baby.
This emotional clip left many viewers in tears. A woman explained that her dog, Frenchie, had passed away a year earlier, but she believed he never truly left her. One night, she decided to record. In the footage, her comforter visibly shifted, moving as if something small had climbed onto the bed. She softly spoke to Frenchie, her voice calm and loving, like she was talking to him again.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
The moment felt deeply personal. Pet owners who had lost animals felt it instantly. To them, it wasn't scary at all. It was loyalty beyond life, love that refused to fade.
So good night, everybody. So good night.
Sacred light. This footage came from a Catholic church where a woman visited late at night, seeking comfort in a difficult time. What she saw was the last thing she expected. A brilliantly glowing figure appeared in one corner, almost floating above the ground. It seemed to shift slightly, as if turning to face her. The woman claimed she felt an overwhelming sense of peace after the encounter and could hardly believe her eyes. When the clip went viral, some believed it was the Virgin Mary blessing the church, while others thought it was an angel of light making its quiet presence known. Living marble. A man visiting his local church noticed something that made him freeze in place. The statue in front of him didn't look quite right. It looked alive. He instinctively pulled out his phone and started recording. As he zoomed in, the statue appeared to blink. Some even said it looked like she smiled gently toward the statue of a young boy. The footage spread quickly, leaving viewers divided. Some blamed lighting or camera tricks. Others were convinced he had captured a miracle unfolding in real time. Whatever it was, the clip left people unsettled, wondering if Stone had briefly turned to flesh before his eyes. Empty presence. Another chilling hospital clip showed an empty bed with its side railing slowly swaying on its own. There was no wind. The windows were shut. Nothing nearby could have caused the movement. Nurses later admitted they were terrified to enter that room after the patient who once occupied it had passed away. Ever since then, they claimed to feel watched whenever they walked past. This footage only fueled their fear. Many believe the patient's soul was still attached to the space, unwilling or unable to move on. For some, passing away wasn't an ending, just a quiet lingering. Heavenly Cross. Locals in Russia were left completely shaken when this appeared in the sky last Christmas. Floating above them was a giant cross, softly illuminated by a faint glow, yet clear enough that no one could deny seeing it. Phones came out instantly. People stood frozen, trying to process what they were witnessing. Some believed it was a divine message, a direct attempt by the heavens to communicate with the world below. Others wondered if it was just an illusion caused by light and clouds lining up perfectly. Still, the timing felt strange. Christmas night, a glowing cross above. Many couldn't help but ask, was this a miracle or a warning hiding in plain sight? Heavenly farewell.
Before I could even say anything, my mouth just dropped, and all I could scream was, "Mama, Mama."
In early July of 2018, Crystal Washington was mourning the loss of her beloved grandfather when she heard a storm was approaching. Something pushed her to step outside, and she recorded the sky without really knowing why. The next day, a family member asked her to watch the video again. That's when she noticed it.
Point of view being that my grandfather had just passed, to me it looked like someone walking up the stairs to heaven.
A shadowy figure appeared to be walking from left to right across a bright opening in the clouds. To Crystal, it looked like her grandfather ascending the stairs of heaven. Others who watched the clip believed it could even be God himself walking among the clouds. But for Crystal, it wasn't about theories. It felt like a miracle. A quiet reassurance that her grandfather was finally at peace and in good hands.
An archaic notion, the idea that God and the angels are in heaven, even though that's not our consistent modern conception of what's going on up there.
Vanishing rescue. This guy had been driving late at night, headlights slicing through the dark, when everything went wrong in seconds. Out of nowhere, a woman appeared right in front of his car. There was no time to brake or swerve. Impact felt inevitable, but just as the car was about to hit her, she vanished completely. The shaken driver later claimed she reappeared safely on the roadside, unharmed. He was convinced he'd witnessed something divine, believing a guardian angel intervened moments before a fatal accident. The dashcam footage spread fast, with people calling it a miracle caught on camera. Others weren't so sure, but no one could explain how she survived. Guiding light. Take a look at this bizarre CCTV clip shared by a farmer who was wrapping up for the day. As he walked away from his fields, something else appeared on camera. A strange, glowing light moved in the opposite direction, almost as if it had a purpose. The farmer admitted he had no idea what he captured. Online, theories flooded in. Some believed it was a guardian angel, always nearby, silently watching and protecting. They speculated the light sensed danger ahead and moved to intercept it. Whether coincidence or something more, the footage left viewers uneasy and oddly comforted at the same time. Gentle return. A man's home security camera captured something deeply unsettling, yet strangely comforting. A misty white figure about the size of a child appeared to walk slowly across the yard late at night. At first, it looked like just another unexplained shadow, but the story behind it changed everything. The family had recently lost a child, and since then, strange things had been happening around the house. Soft noises, a familiar feeling. When the man shared the footage, he believed it was undeniable proof that their child had come back to visit, not to scare them, but to reassure them, to say they were safe, and that he was too. Wandering spirit. This camera installed inside a home captured something that no one expected. Early one morning, the motion sensors were triggered, but instead of a person, the footage showed a misty orb drifting through the room. It moved slowly, almost intentionally, before fading away. There's a theory surrounding these strange orbs. Some believe they're spirits of people who've passed away, revisiting places they once lived in. The idea is that strong emotional attachments keep them lingering. Watching this clip, many felt it wasn't just dust or light. It felt deliberate, almost familiar, as if something unseen was quietly passing through a space it once called home. Tomb spirit.
Una tumba tan importante permanezca siempre tan...
A woman filming the tomb of a young woman in a municipal cemetery in Galeana, Mexico, unknowingly captured something chilling. As she slowly panned her camera around the room, a smoky figure appeared for just a second. If you looked closely at the window on the left, the shadowy form seemed to dash past before vanishing completely. The woman didn't notice it while filming. It was only later, when viewers replayed the clip, that the figure stood out. Online, people were convinced it was the spirit of the woman buried there. Many believed she was revisiting the world, searching for loved ones she had been forced to leave behind.
Regular este tipo de lugares al estar dentro de un panteón municipal.
Heavenly trumpets. This clip left thousands of people online completely speechless. A family rushed outside after noticing an unusual cloud stretched across the sky, long and oddly shaped. At first, it just looked strange. Then the sound began. Loud, echoing trumpet-like noises filled the air, sending chills down their spines.
Oh my God!
The family could be heard panicking as the sound grew stronger. Online, theories exploded. Some linked it to biblical prophecies, claiming it was a divine warning. Others believed it was a sign of the end times drawing near. No clear explanation ever surfaced. What stayed with people was the sound itself, haunting, powerful, and impossible to ignore. Lingering soul. This unsettling clip recorded inside a hospital left viewers deeply disturbed. An empty stretcher sat quietly against a wall when something beneath the sheets suddenly shifted. The movement was subtle, but clear enough to raise alarms. The nurse filming claimed there was nothing underneath the sheet. The most popular theory quickly spread online. Many believed the stretcher once carried a patient who had just passed away, and their soul hadn't fully moved on yet. According to believers, hospitals are places where emotions linger, and sometimes souls take time to realize they're gone. Pink Wanderer. During her night shift, a nurse recorded something she couldn't explain. In the middle of a quiet hospital hallway, a pink balloon drifted slowly forward. It didn't bounce or float randomly. It moved with intention, almost as if it knew where it was going. The clip went viral fast. People online believed it wasn't just a balloon. Many speculated it represented a departed soul, possibly a child, wandering the hospital halls in search of loved ones. Hospitals are often tied to final moments, and believers felt this was one spirit that hadn't fully let go of where it passed. Night Collector. One night, while patients slept, a man woke up to drink water and accidentally recorded something chilling. In the darkness, a shadowy figure moved rapidly across the room, far too fast to be human. When the footage was zoomed in later, the shape became even more disturbing. The next morning, news spread that one of the sleeping patients had passed away overnight. The timing sent chills through everyone who saw the clip. Some believed it was the Grim Reaper arriving to collect a soul. Others thought it was the soul itself, finally breaking free from the body in silence. Glowing seat. A security guard in Indonesia was reviewing theater footage when something strange caught his eye. One seat in the corner appeared occupied by a glowing humanoid silhouette. It shined brightly, yet no one inside the theater seemed to notice it at all. The figure only appeared on camera. People online quickly formed theories. Some believed it was an angelic presence quietly watching over the audience. Others said it could have been someone's guardian angel, visible only through the lens. There's even a belief that pure-hearted people are protected by brightly glowing guardians. Whatever it was, the image left viewers unsettled and strangely comforted. Mirror memory. This homeowner was asleep when his room camera captured something disturbing. In the mirror, a small figure could be seen passing from one side to the other. Short, quick, almost playful. When he reviewed the footage, he broke down. He believed it was the spirit of his niece, who had passed away months earlier. He used to babysit her often, and she loved running around his room, laughing and playing. The movement in the mirror felt too familiar to ignore. He believed she came back to visit him one last time, not to scare him, but to remind him she was still there. Reflected presence. This strange photo had been circulating online for an unsettling reason. At first glance, it looked like nothing more than a simple picture of a tomb. But when people looked closer, Something stood out. On one side of the image, there appeared to be the reflection of a child. The person who took the photo insisted he was completely alone at the cemetery. That's when theories started spreading. Many believed it could be the spirit of a child buried close by, or maybe even connected to the people resting beneath that tombstone. The quiet presence made the image feel deeply unsettling. Heavenly visitor. A group of friends sat around a small campfire, laughing, recording, and enjoying their night. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, at least not at first. Later, when they posted the clip online, it went viral. Folks online noticed something the friends had completely missed: a strange figure suspended above the flames. The shape was uncanny, almost too precise, like a being with wings hovering in silence. Many were convinced it was no coincidence, claiming it was a divine sign. Could this have been an angel making its presence known? Or just a trick of the fire and shadows? I'll let you decide in the comments. Sign from above.
What kind of bird is this?
A woman was driving late at night when something unusual caught her eye. Pulling over, she stepped out and walked closer, only to find a dove sitting still on the ground. But this was no ordinary bird. It was glowing. Strangely, the dove didn't move, even as she approached and filmed it up close. The eerie footage spread quickly online, with countless theories surfacing. Some believed it was the Holy Spirit giving her guidance, while others suggested it was an angel in disguise, protecting her from an unseen danger, or even saving her from a possible accident. Whatever it was, it felt otherworldly.
Is it a dove? Where'd you come from?
Grandpa's visit.
Okay, who is it?
They say children can see what we can't, and sometimes lost loved ones try to reach us through them. One night, a mother noticed her daughter acting strangely. The little girl came to her and calmly said that her father was in her room.
Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
The strange part, her father had passed away years ago, yet the child kept insisting it was him, even adding that he missed her.
Your daddy's missing you.
My daddy's missing me?
Whether it was an overactive imagination or something far more extraordinary, the moment left the mother frozen, wondering if her dad had truly come back, if only for a brief visit.
I saw him.
Let's go get him. Where'd he go?
In you.
Misty Guardian. A mother was casually recording her son playing outside, never expecting the footage to reveal something chilling. While reviewing it later, she noticed a strange, misty figure emerging from a nearby tree. The shape seemed to trail behind the boy, almost as if it were following him, before vanishing into thin air. Confused, she shared the clip online, asking for answers. Many people believed it was a guardian angel watching over the child, while others were convinced it was the spirit of a beloved pet that had passed away, now playing beside him once more. But what do you think it was?
Julio César Flores.
Final departure. This chilling street surveillance clip captured something few were ready to see. Moments after a fatal car accident, a dark shape appeared to rise slowly from the wrecked vehicle. It didn't move like smoke. It drifted away with purpose, almost calmly, before fading away into the night. Viewers immediately noticed the difference. Smoke disperses randomly. This didn't. People who watched the footage became convinced they were witnessing the soul of the driver leaving this world. The timing, the movement, the stillness afterward. It all felt heavy. To many, this was a final departure caught on camera. Silent protector. A girl had been recording her brother from the doorway, just trying to mess with him. He sat on his bed, focused on his phone, completely unaware. But then the camera picked up something unsettling. A shadowy figure slowly formed beside him, close enough to look like it was peering over his shoulder. The girl panicked, but online viewers had a different take. They believed it wasn't something dark at all. Many felt it was his guardian angel, quietly watching over him, always nearby, always unseen. protecting him without ever needing to be noticed, just like guardians are said to do. Butterfly blessing. In Japanese belief, butterflies are thought to carry the spirit of the deceased, often representing a recently departed soul. So when a butterfly landed on the bride during her wedding ceremony, she teared up, having recently lost her father and wishing he could be there. Maybe this was his way of showing up for his daughter. Skeptics called it coincidence, but what were the odds of a butterfly sneaking into a wedding hall and landing on the bride of all people? Not impossible, but still extraordinary. Many believed it was her father, quietly supporting her on her big day. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.